Hey, what it do with the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am your man, Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown, if you're looking for me on social media.
Absolutely. And I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy AB. How you feeling out there the last dog days of summer? NFL is around the corner. I can't wait.
That's true. NFL is definitely about 4 weeks away. I'm hype about it.
Thanks.
Because this give me a great reason to stay inside because it is entirely too hot outside for
Hot
me.
as fuck outside, nigga.
I
Hot as
have no reason to go out
fuck.
during the day. None.
None at all. Absolutely, man. I'm with you in the house. I started back exercising, so I've been out there sweating my ass off, man. Feel good exercise. You get to it every day. You still on your regimen, your routine.
Facts, 4 days a week.
Shout out to you, man. That shit hard to do at our age. I'm gonna push through though. I'm gonna push through. My
Yeah, but
gut was
hey,
getting a little too big.
it's very rewarding, but it is difficult. You gotta give it about 3 weeks of
Thanks.
consistency before
Thanks.
you get used to this shit.
I seen my mom this weekend. She said, "Damn, you got fatter since the last time I seen."
That's all it takes for somebody to say something. You're like, hey man, hold on,
I
man.
couldn't do nothing but laugh. So yeah, I respect it. So I had to stop. I'm hitting it hard, man. Make sure I can lose some weight by my birthday, November. But I know y'all ain't here for our weight loss journeys, man. This is the On Deck TV show, man. The latest and greatest in Southern hip hop for me and my boy AB, giving it to the only way that we can. Pause. This week, man, TDE artist Reason. He dropped a brand new album called Portraits, but there was some conversation to go with it that we'll talk about.
Yep.
Yo Gotti says he's in favor of 360 deals. We'll talk about that. Jeezy drops a brand new book. Benny the Butcher lets us know who he's voting for. And Rolling Stone dropped the greatest rap video list of all time. But first, before we get into topics, RIP your boy Magoo, AB Timberland from Timberland fame. And if you know from our era, you remember Magoo. Man, RIP to him.
Absolutely. Out of respect, there's definitely condolences to friends, family, and fans. But I see people talking about a lot of fake love on social media.
Yeah,
And I
he used to
agree.
get that worst rapper alive when he was
Let's
alive.
be honest.
Yeah.
Let's not put any extra sauce on the career or on the
That's
skills. But out of respect for the dead, though, it's always gonna be that. But we can stop it at the condolences. We don't have to add on like legend and like
a pioneer,
not do that.
one of a kind. Like
let's not play ourselves, dude.
RIP, yes, RIP
Come on,
to
y'all.
Magoo, man.
Please.
Absolutely, man. But moving to another celebratory, well, moving from that to a celebratory thing over the weekend, hip hop celebrated its 50th anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it. It was this Friday, 50 years ago in the Bronx, allegedly, that hip hop started. AB, they had a concert to commemorate it at Yankee Stadium. No Hove appearance. Uncle Luke was complaining about no Florida artists, which is strange.
Yeah.
What'd you take away from what you seen, AB?
And first of all, the stream is on YouTube. If y'all missed it, it's a big dog stream. It's like 8 hours long. So y'all have fun with that. First of all, having it at
no Florida people is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. Having it at Yankee Stadium was dope. Not gonna lie, it was a dope look, especially when it got dark. It was basically like a festival. You know how you get to the festival, the 2 o'clock is this person, the 2:30 is it, blah, 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 blah. The big dogs came out when the sun went down. It was a dope look. Everybody named Mama was there. I'm talking about everybody from Nas to Lupe to Ice Cube to even some of the old school acts to Snoop. Fat Joe came out there with the shirt off. He shook it. Remy Ma, Lil Kim, the whole nine. Everybody except niggas from Florida, which were noticeably absent. To be fair, I was gonna say nobody from Louisiana, but Wayne was there too. Wayne was there. So Uncle Luke has a point because you could easily pluck one or two. You can get T-Pain. He can do like a medley of nigga shit that he done did. You can get Khaled out there. You can get Plies out there. You can get Ross out there. There's easily at least one or two people that you could pull. So I didn't see them. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't watch all 8 hours, but I did do a nice little skim through, and I ain't see nobody from Florida. So he may have a point that they're missing from these 50th anniversary celebrations, and he feel a type of way about it. Well, he could have been there.
Ace would have did it for free if they was budget. If it was a budget thing, like
just pay for his flight,
right? Not even that, nigga. I'm gonna be up there anyway. Cap. Oh, y'all don't need me to come through?
He take a road trip, dude. He would have drove.
He driving in the van. He would have been there. But yeah, that is crazy, man. Like all the people that you name, not having a Florida artist, that says a lot as far as just a miscalculation. Yeah. Other than that, man, I heard it was a good show. I saw the jokes about Ho. It was one was super funny. It was like the little kid asking their mom, can they go to, he was asking Beyonce, can I go to the concert? It was like, no, nigga, we got work to do. So that was but I would have liked to see Hov there. That would have been dope if he was there. But I think that Luke has a good point too. Like you can't just miss Florida like that. At the very least, Luke got to come out and do one of his songs.
Easy.
At the very least, you know what I'm saying?
And there was just another celebration. I think LL Cool J had his Rock the Bells festival the weekend before. It had, different act, Luda and a whole bunch of other acts. And again, no Florida people. So Luke definitely has been paying attention, and he is like, man, hold on, this shit seemed kind of funny. And it ain't nothing. You call Kodak. Well, they might not be able to afford Kodak because he's like still hot and relevant. Right. But you can, and they may not be able to afford Khaled if we keep it in a stack. But you can get T-Pain though. You can get Ace Hood, and they can do their hit. They got 4 or 5 hits. You can get Plies. Like this shit, that's a layup.
Part of the problem too is Luke the only nigga that said something.
Yeah,
like. They got a campaign stronger too. Like if this was somewhere else and they got left off, all of them niggas were like Ross should have said something. Plies, a nigga online every day talking about Britney Spears. Y'all niggas got to say something. If I was Luke, I'd be just as disappointed as my comrades from Florida. Like, what the fuck y'all on? Y'all just gonna take this disrespect. So I was surprised that I didn't hear from a Ross or somebody like that who could really get the needle moving is to make sure that y'all niggas don't forget us again.
Ross could definitely have been invited. But it was a dope show. I recommend y'all check it out on YouTube. Again, you can skim through and see who you want to see. But people put on a good show, man. T.I. did his thing out there too. He was turned up out there for sure. He got real good like performance records too. Real good ones.
He's on tour right now with what is
the comedy tour?
No. Oh, I've seen him performing with the Hustle Gang niggas. What's the name of that group? PSC?
Yeah, PSC. Yeah, they trying to do it Gangsta Grills.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why this nigga was out on the road with them.
He was on Breakfast Club talking about that because the 20th anniversary of trap music just passed.
Got you. So that's a 20th anniversary show that I would be in like Swinwell.
I can't believe he has not announced the show. I don't know what the hell he's waiting on.
Pulling up for that, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Count me in. I'm in that motherfucker too. Moving right along, man. TDE artist Reason dropped his latest project called Porches over the weekend. I checked it out. Want to see what you thought of the album, but there was some controversy leading up to it. I'm sure y'all saw him on a podcast where there was a live stream, and the president of TDE, Musa, called in to kind of debate some of Reason's feelings toward the lack of promotion for his project. Very interesting and low-key cringeworthy back and forth. Reason was basically saying they dropped the ball with promotion. Musa was saying you're not making the type of music that is impactful and memorable enough for people to remember, and therefore your relevancy may or may not be there. Whose side are you on? Whose point what did you think about the conversation that they had live on stream?
Musa is that's what Top Dog was at Punch Son. It's one of their sons, right?
It's Top Dog.
Top Dog son, the owner of TDE.
President. Top Dog's the owner for sure.
Top Dog the owner, his dad, so Musa the president.
Yeah.
It's just real low energy from him, man. Artists are going to do what Reason was on there doing. That's part of it. Like they're gonna complain, like that's everywhere in history. But for the executive of the label to call and tell you, oh, your music's not relevant, or you're crying, and trying, like Reason kept saying during the interview, are you want to have a conversation or you trying to go viral?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're trying to go viral. And it came off that way from the Musa dude. Like Reason is a very measured, it seems like logical person, man.
Yeah.
Got a lot of reason. It seems like that, this ain't the type of conversation if he was answering a question or he was just addressing something that those guys up there said. If the person who runs my label calls there and like, do y'all know 10 Reason songs? That's just as much his fault as it is mine if he's blaming me. Because nigga, I make the music. There's a lot of rappers out here that aren't good marketers. There's a lot of them niggas, and they still sell records.
Yeah.
So for the the president of the label to call and be like, oh, well, nigga, it's your fault. I would feel a certain type of way if I was reasoning. I'd be looking for a new home because the nigga can make good music. And he's been making good music for a while. And it seems like he's still behind maybe 5 or 6 niggas who haven't put albums out in 5 or 6 years. Yeah. So he has the right to be frustrated and go up there and voice his concerns. And if the nigga Musa has a problem with it, then the next time you come to the studio or when we can have a conversation where cooler heads are prevailing versus in front of these two goofy ass niggas who laughing at everything that he say and making it even worse or doing it in front of an audience, let's have a real conversation and let's move forward on how you can push my music. This sucked as far as just being a reasoned fan, someone who really appreciates his style of rap and the real shit that he touches on. It sucked sitting here watching it. You hit it on the head. Definitely cringeworthy.
Yeah, I thought it was strange. And for those who didn't see it, the Musa, again, the president of TDE, asked the two co-hosts of the podcast, while Reason is sitting right there, hey, can y'all name 10 Reason songs? And I have a problem with that question anyway. I think that, in my opinion, I think that question doesn't have the same validity as it did 20 years ago when there were less people making music and less distractions. It's hard to name 10 songs off anybody that's not on the radio every day, bro. Like, and we know you don't have to be successful in rap you don't have to be on the radio every day to be successful. Like, we know that's not the case anymore. So that whole name me 10 songs, that don't really mean shit to me anymore. It's just too much going on distraction wise. With that being said, the things that he was saying on there was it was some deep cuts, man. He was hitting below the belt a little bit because he claimed, Musa claimed that the former president, Dave Freed, who left and went with Kendrick, didn't even want to sign Reason to begin with. And he called them a substitute, saying that he called him a substitute teacher. That was on some chatty patty. So I was like, wait, what? Like, why you? That was... That's on some Hit Dogs Holler shit. Now it's making me seem like you feel a certain type of way personally about this man. Because Reason was pretty level-headed and pretty cool about the situation. He seems to have a realistic idea of who he is and where he is in the spectrum of rap and even on the label. Like, you don't hear Reason talking about I should be platinum. You don't really see him going off like that. And so to throw that quote out there, which is why he said, are you trying to have a conversation or you trying to go viral? Like, what are you doing? What are we doing? You let me know where we at with it, dude. Like, if you're going to start saying shit like that, I thought that was petty, though. And from a boss perspective,
I was just about to say
I get it. You're human, so you want to react or something. But from a boss perspective, bro, that ain't it, bro. That wasn't a play.
Me and my manager can maybe have that conversation publicly. Me and some niggas who are interviewing me could probably have that conversation publicly. Me and a fan even a fan. But a nigga who's an executive, I sign the checks or I'm responsible for budgets and I'm responsible for rollouts. Like you said, you coming off chatty patty like you feel a certain type of way about this man during this interview, and it don't make you look good. If I were up and coming artist, I wouldn't want to sign with TDE after I seen that.
No.
And that's his job. That's most of the job. Like, you supposed to make people want to come to the label. And of course, TDE, we know they're a powerhouse, even though they've been quiet as of late. So this probably won't really, really damage their brand. But for the people that are paying attention, this was bullshit.
Yeah, this was some slaw. And what led to his frustrations was Reason claimed to have features in the can with Lotto and ESTG, which were going to be more commercial, get out there type records, put my name out there type shit. But the label dropped the ball in securing those things, and the EST dropped the song with Future that went up, and now the price done doubled off. You know what I'm saying? So now the budget done blown, and they didn't get the song the Lotto in time, and so that's where he was like, I felt like my label let me down. Now here's the interesting thing though. If you listen to the album, which I did, which I thought it was some really dope joints on there, he name drops Punch. Not Punch. What's the
what is it? Family Gang Ties or something like
that?
No,
the TDE nigga, not Punch. What's the other one, man? I just lost.
Top Dog.
Top Dog. He name drops Top Dog as being his man and the reason that he's on the label. So this gives me, and we've seen this happen before when you got more than one president or more than one CEO. One person may fuck with an artist and sign them, and the other person may be like, we see it in sports. Nigga, I follow the Pistons. We got a new GM about 3 years ago. None of those players on the team were his boys. He ain't draft none of these niggas. He ain't trade for none of them. He ain't sign none of them. So guess what? 2 years later, nigga, none of them on the team no more. Coach gone too. because that ain't my man's, nigga, and I'm coming to clean up shop. He's giving. They're not supposed to feel that way when they're there, though. Like, that's the thing. You can't make your artist feel like you ain't my man. So like, your project, we'll drop that little shit. Well, we not really. But I grew up a schoolboy though, nigga. I'm finna put the bag behind. Like, you can't do that, bro. Like, you can't run the label that way, fam. That's all.
It ain't professional. Like, these niggas, y'all are professionals. Like, Musa, he wasn't coming off as a professional.
That's
like you coming off as a scorned lover, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you mad that you got to do this. This nigga shouldn't be saying nothing. I'm finna go in on this nigga. That's not your job, bro.
Nope. Yeah, nah. I feel this conversation said more about him than it did Reason. In my opinion, I feel like he looked worse, in my opinion.
100%. Speaking of the album, though, I did too like it as well. It's like too much relationship shit for me.
That's fair.
But I did like the gang shit. That's probably my favorite song on there.
Man, that and the song before that, Call Me, that going into the gang shit is hard.
Yeah, all that's fire.
Yeah.
And that's the type of perspective that I appreciate from Reason, that should be getting pushed by a label like TDE, because that's their lane.
It fits.
That's what they do. It fits. Like, it sounds like some TDE shit, and it's surprising that he's not really getting the support that he thinks he should. And just one last thing on it, like you said, since we're going below the belt, had that nigga sit up there and said, "Oh man, you only got this job because of your dad."
Exactly. That'd have been petty.
He would have went through the roof, and now I'm being petty like you. Yep. And you could tell he was refraining from saying that.
Yep.
Like, come on, bro.
And I can't remember. I know they're related. I can't remember if that's his dad or his brother. I can't remember the relationship, but they are related. They got the same last name, Tipton. Shit, crazy.
Musa and
Musa and Top Dog.
Okay, gotcha. I think it's his dad, right?
It might be. I know they're related. I just can't remember the relationship.
Somebody in the chat said it was his dad.
Okay, man, there you go.
Okay,
but that shit was crazy though. That's a terrible look. Ever since Kendrick left, man, that shit looking crazy.
If I was Top Dog and that was my son, I would have been on the line with that. Now the line would have been beeping, nigga. Had I seen that when that nigga clicked the fuck over, nigga. Like, you got fucking up my brand, nigga. Man, that nigga never done that shit again if that had been my son.
Like the nigga said, man, Reason had talent, but it's gonna take more than just talent. And that's fair. It does. It takes more than talent. We understand that. You got to be on social media. You got to be on IG. There's a lot of responsibility that falls on the artist, without question. Facts. You can get that point across without saying the shit that you were saying. That's all.
Without shitting on it. Absolutely. That's 100% right. All right, next. Your man Yo Gotti was on Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to those fellas, man. He's on there talking business about the tax situation where he almost lost some homes. But also he was speaking of being in favor of 360 deals. AB, tell the people what he said, and did he make a good point?
Yeah, he was asked about 360 deals, and he said that, and again, y'all got to remember, Yo Gotti's an executive now. He's not just an artist anymore. He's sitting on the other side of the table.
Right.
He said, he spoke like an executive and said, yo, how does an artist expect, how does an artist who no one knows, who made $500 this year on music, that got maybe a handful of songs, and now you on BET, now you get with me, now you on BET, you in commercials, and the label not supposed to see none of that? He said that's not realistic. That's unrealistic in these days and times. And so he said, because they make the investment, and they make the investment whether you win or lose, which means that they could lose their money the same way that if it goes up, then it's a W. And I understand what he's saying. And 360 deals have a bad connotation, and it sounds cool to say that you don't have one. However, I would push back and say they work if the label has a team and a dedicated 300 ENT used to say this. Leor used to say this. We have 360 deals, nigga, because you have your own team. We have a team that is only working on your shit, dude. They coming up with the plans for you, the rollouts, nigga. They coming out with them. They on the horn finding sponsorships, nigga. They finding shit for you. They're making plays for you. That's why you would get a cut. Now, if they not doing none of that, and it's just me and my manager cooking over here, and then they want to jump in and get a piece of everything that I got going on, oh no, then that don't make sense. But if they're aiding in getting you these looks, then it makes sense, as long as the percentage is respectable. Because the manager get a cut. Why? Because they bring in business and deals and shit. So they get the 15%, 10% finder's fee. So why would it not be fair for the label to do that? It's only unfair when they get to 30 and 40%. Now, when they get wild like that, or you not doing shit, then it's a problem. But I understand where Gotti was coming from.
Yeah, and has he grown? 20 years ago, I'm sure he wouldn't have been saying this. And there's a reason that he wouldn't have been saying this 20 years ago. There's levels to this 360 shit, as you're saying. If we're talking about an artist like Glorilla, who had been trying and had a song out, and now she takes this song to Gotti, and he like, okay, I'm gonna put the bag behind you. You look better, sound better, like you're everywhere now. Of course, like I need a little piece of that.
Yeah.
But if I'm a nigga with leverage, like Yo Gotti was coming into the game, or like a Jay-Z or a Jeezy or niggas, you can't come to me asking for a 360 if I've already put like a Master P or Cash Money. Facts. Like these niggas already had established, even if nobody knows me in New York, nigga, everybody in these southern 10 states, they do know me. And I can hit the road and I can make $1 million in a year doing the chitlin circuit.
Yep.
If you don't have that type of leverage, then yeah, nigga, we need the 360 because there's a bag that's gonna go, just like you just said, to repeat everything that you just said, the money that it's gonna take to make you a household name. And for me as an executive, in order to start making money off you, I got to get something off the shows and the merch and the appearances. I got to do it. And it might not be forever, just till I get my money back. Me and you watch Shark Tank. It ain't gotta be in preparatory or whatever the fuck the word is, but it do gotta be worth it to a nigga like Yo Gotti. I got 6-7 artists I can put out here. I don't need nobody who I'm making pennies on the dollar on. A lot of the times you hear those people on Shark Tank when they're making a deal, they're like, bro, it's just not worth my time. You talking about 3%, 5%, bro. I'm a billionaire. Now I'm not saying it's about Yo Gotti, but he's a nigga like I ain't got time to be sitting around with a nigga making 3%, bro. Yeah. I need a bigger piece of the pie. That is, unless, like you said, I'm coming with a lot of leverage. Fact. That's the key to the game. Unless nowadays, the reason why 360s are probably more prevalent because people ain't got the leverage like they used to have. Agreed. Like niggas ain't, you don't see Master P's or Yo Gotti's or Jeezys no more. Them niggas had leverage. Nope. Niggas ain't got leverage no more.
The Shark Tank is the perfect comparison. How many? When have you ever seen a nigga on Shark Tank say, "All right, I'll give you what you're asking for, the 100,000 for 0% of the company"? Like, nigga, what?
I'm just gonna promote you, and whatever money you make is good. I just get off on promoting people. Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
That's not realistic, dude. Like, it doesn't work in any other industry. It just doesn't sound cool in music. It sounds like, to be honest, it sounds like you're getting raped, and that's because there's a history of it. So I get it. It's not, people not pulling this out of the air, but let's be realistic for a moment. Do you think Glorilla gets the Cardi B feature, my nigga, if she is not on CMG? No, nigga, like that doesn't, none of that happened. And you know what the looks are after that? Like, bro, like you have
Glorilla
to be
got
smart
meals and shit, like all of that shit. Like, come on, bro.
You got to be smart about taking the 360. Now, a nigga like Larry June, he ain't gotta take. He can remain where he at. Nipsey Hussle, he remained where he was, dude. And these niggas are in the biggest state in the fucking country, dude. So like, you can do that because you can lock down California and be good. You can lock down Texas and be good. Like, you can lock down 5-6 states in the South and be good. You're right, but Glorilla wasn't there. Glorilla was at working at Wendy's, nigga. Like, and I ain't trying to pick on her. I'm just saying that's what most situations are, bro.
Right.
That's most people.
It's also good now that guys like Yo Gotti or Jeezy or Jay-Z are becoming executive and are signing artists because they can give them a fair 360 deal.
There you go.
Like, as businessman, they not trying to rape you, but I also like this gotta be worth my time. A lot of people don't understand. Once you get to a certain level, bro, yeah, it could be cool and I can help you out, but it also could be just not worth my time. Well, I'm not making enough money. Like, hey, do something else very much easier and make a lot more money.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I like that these guys in the position now to be better able to explain these 360 deals, give guys a better opportunity in the 360 deals and possibly work their way out of.
And those are all former artists that you just named.
Yeah, they know exactly.
So they know what it's like to sit on the other side of that table. Right. And I forgot who said this, man. I don't know if it was Magic or if it was Steve Harvey. Somebody said this, but they said it take the same amount of time, nigga, to make $1 million as it do to make 10 million as it do to make 1,000. Is that like, it's just when you get to a certain level, the rooms are different, therefore the bags are different, but it takes the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I signed this paper right here. It take me the same 10 seconds for the signature, bro. Like, so that you gotta be smart and strategic with the time for sure.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Jeezy that you mentioned, he just got a new book, or he dropped a new book on the 8th. His first book, man, is called Adversity for Sale. You gotta believe. Young J. Jeezy Jenkins has dropped his first book. There is an audio version, and guess who's narrating it? Yes, Mr. Jenkins
Don't tell
himself,
me.
Jeezy.
Ah, man.
Now, we've had other hip hop figures like Jay Prince, Fat Joe drop books and also do the narrating to mixed results. Do you do you like
Dame
the idea of
Dash.
Jeezy narrating his own book, or should he got or someone else?
He should have got somebody else to do it, man, like a professional. The
Yeah,
story just flows better that way. I tried the Fat Joe book, even though Fat Joe was a good orator, like in podcasts and hosts and stuff. Just like reading a book,
it's
like you
tough.
talking about 5, 6 hours of
That's
somebody
tough.
listening to you, like, bro, that's hard to do, man. The voice inflections, the hidden to make it sound interesting, like that shit is a talent, nigga. I
Yeah,
listen to a lot of audio books, and a lot of them will get you out of there just by the person that's reading them. You're like, I can't. Now, this might be a good story and everything, but I just cannot listen to this dude voice. I'm used to listening to Jeezy rap, Fat Joe rap. I'm listening to using the Dame Dash talk shit. I'm used to listening to Jay Prince talk shit.
yep.
It just don't ring the same when I'm listening to these niggas read. It sounds like they sitting there reading, and who the fuck wants to sit there and listen to Jeezy read?
Yeah.
Like, no offense to these niggas, but like, just go all the way, give the extra whatever it is to get a professional to read it. I promise you it's going to come out better as a person that's a fan of audiobooks. There are some people that could do it. Malcolm Gladwell outside of hip hop does it really well, but
Yep.
he also like adds it like a podcast thing to it where it's not like you just listening to a book. That's the reason he's able to do it well. Like, he'll throw an interview in the middle of a chapter or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
Yes, but the point is, like, these y'all just not built for this, man. I
See,
hope Jeezy can pull it off, but I just don't think he built for it. That's a
here's the
different ball.
thing, and you said what it takes to be able to knock this type of work out. It's the voice inflection, it's the timing, it's all of that. You got to be good with that in making music too. So that's the thing. That's why you would think that an artist, a talented artist, would be able to cross over and do the book thing. I didn't hear the Fat Joe one. Jay Prince isn't an artist. He made the book unbearable. I'm not even gonna hold you, and I'm mad because I really wanted to fucking listen to that whole book, and it was a struggle. But then again, he's not an artist. Maybe, hopefully, with some coaching, Jeezy fares differently. I'm gonna have to listen to the sample and see how he sound on there, dude. Because I can't. I like you said, back to the timing. I don't have time to sit and read the print on a book. I'd much rather have the audio book so I can multitask. Because I do want to listen to it. But yeah, bro, that's a talent, man. Everybody can't do it. It's not as simple as just, man, I make music, so let me go ahead and read 600 pages on this. Like, no, man. Hire you one of them ones that do it professionally, man. That got about 10 books under their belt, man.
Exactly, man.
It's okay.
Everybody can't do it. Dame Dash one. I was hurt about that one. Like that
Dame
Dash book. Remember, he put his out on iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
This nigga had music behind his shit and everything. Like, he was really bullshitting.
Yeah,
like,
that was unique. I respect the risk, but it didn't hit though.
I didn't hold it. It didn't hit.
That motherfucker was on Apple Music and everything.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still on there. And that's my God too. Do you think anybody could do it?
Man, talking for it have to be
somebody that read his book too, and it was some stuff.
Who?
Boosie read his book too.
Oh my God! No, man, no. It had to be somebody that I could see teaching. So like somebody like a Lupe who like teaches. I can see him teaching a class and having the control of the crowd in terms of like with the voice inflection and stuff like that. He could probably do it, or somebody that might be good at speeches, like maybe Killer Mike, like that may hit or keep my attention. But man, if you're not good at speeches or at least good in like teaching and controlling a crowd in a spoken word way, like maybe Common, I don't know. He probably a better voice actor than real actor. He got to be better at that shit. So maybe somebody like those three.
What about Jay-Z?
I don't think so, man. I think
he's kind of funny. Like, I think he's funny in a different way, like very subtle funny, which may make it entertaining. How he reads some of the stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I ever heard Jay read though. I ain't heard a nigga read anything.
That nigga don't even write. Read.
I don't know, man. I
Oh,
get it. You want to keep it authentic, and that helps sell it, I'm sure. But
yeah, but
I'm gonna listen to it
sometimes you
though.
need
If
to
it's
let it
if
go.
I listen to the sample and it's cool, I'm gonna fuck with the book though. I'm check it out.
Yeah, I ain't against it at all. I ain't against it at all.
Rick Ross might have
Speak
could have done it.
Ross did. I think Ross tried it.
Oh,
If I'm
I
not
read his
mistaken,
book. I got the
I
print
think
joint. I
that
ain't
Ross
listening.
book. I think he may have done that. If I'm not mistaken,
Oh,
but
I
I
would have
never
fucked with
listened
that.
to it. I listened to the sample. I have to double back on that. Speaking of not fucking with stuff,
Oh
your
shit.
man's now Benny the Butcher. He came out random ass tweet year before the election, and he says, "I'm voting for Donald Trump." Hey B, was this a dumb move or a smart move by Benny the Butcher?
I'm still kind of confused. First of all, it was dumb random. That's number one. I don't know what prompted this.
Did he see this nigga getting indicted on the news and be like, "Man, I'm voting for him"? Like, nigga,
Yeah,
what? Fuck.
I don't know what possessed him to do this, but the responses were hilarious. Somebody said the bigot coming, nigga, which was funny. And then somebody said, "Did you consult with Jay and the Democratic Party before posting this, nigga?" And then lastly, there was one
The
more tweet.
bigot coming nigga is
That's
hilarious.
funny as fuck.
God
There's
damn.
one more response that I saw that I feel like echoes everyone's sentiment. Somebody said, "Just drop the album. We don't want to hear this."
Man, bro.
Period. Put that on. That should
Drop
get
that album,
all the
bro.
retweets and likes,
Yes.
dude. That's it. I don't care who you're voting for. I don't give a
Don't
shit.
care. Do
I didn't
not care.
ask. I don't want
Don't
to
care
know.
why.
You, anybody in your camp, I don't care, bro. What I do care about is that follow up nigga to the project. What is it hitting on? Who the producers? Who's featured? We can talk about that all day long. Give me a release date while you at it, dude. I don't give a shit who you're voting for or why you're voting for them. This was random. This did get him some impressions. That's why I say it may be smart. And then by the time he does drop an album, people will forget. But it just didn't make sense. It was too random for me.
Yeah, man. What I thought was that statement that Jordan had when they asked him about it. And the nigga said Republican buy shoes too.
For sure.
Bro, no Republicans are buying your album, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what they see. It ain't a nigga out there in one of them small towns that buddy is singing about that's gonna go buy that new Benny the Butcher because you fucking voting for Trump. So I really hope it wasn't for fans.
I
And
hope not.
whatever it was that randomly made you sporadically put this out, you should have kept it to yourself, bro. Like, those are conversations that nigga, you brought up a good name, Killer Mike, T.I., like niggas that are out here having these conversations. If they say something like that and then they're going somewhere to talk about it, back it up, provide people with information, then okay, cool, you can tweet what you want to. But if you a nigga that just been rapping over the last 10 years, I don't think I've heard Benny the Butcher speak about a current event since he's got famous, nigga.
That's a fact.
Like, I have not heard that. So for you to randomly tweet this out, it just seems reckless, especially with what people associate Trump with. I ain't saying whether you ain't got to love him, you ain't got to hate him. Like, you can just leave it out of the fucking picture, nigga. We don't care.
No,
You're not the
cares.
nigga that we gonna go to for this type of information. You ain't built no type of foundation for this. Again, if this was Killer Mike, then okay, nigga, tell us about it. Why are you saying this? We want to know. Like, I would have tuned into the next thing that Killer Mike was on. Now the next thing Benny the Butcher is on, I don't even want to see it. I don't care, bro. Just put the album out. That's what you do. You're a rapper. I understand that we ask rappers to voice their opinions in political stuff or current events, but this isn't the way that you do it. You don't put out some random ass tweet just saying that you're voting for Trump, especially for the things that Trump is in the media for right now. Like, what was it that triggered this in you? Like, come on, bro.
Are we sure he wasn't hacked? Because it was dumb random.
He should come out and say that. He should come out and say I was hacked. 100%.
He gonna do that. Watch.
Yeah.
He gonna do that. He's not gonna double down on this. He gonna be like, man, somebody got my shit.
Because he's not gonna be able to explain it. And I ain't knocking Benny. I don't think he a dumb nigga or nothing like that at all. But I just don't feel like that he's gonna have the artillery to, when a nigga question him or press him on it, as to him being like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Moving on, man. Let's keep it New York, though. Jim Jones made his third Drink Champs appearance, if I'm not mistaken. During the 2.5 hour long interview, he touched on a myriad of things, including Pusha T in the clips came up, which was actually pretty funny. But Nori asked him about a Dipset reunion. Jim Jones said, man, it would have to take the right leader to make a Dipset reunion album to come together. Do you agree? And are you here for a Dipset reunion album?
I agree, but and I also think this was a shot at Cam. I
Yeah.
think that what they probably, or if Cam was approached with it, Cam would probably want to be the leader. Let's put this out independently. I know how to do all the business. What we need a label for. I think Jim Jones was probably under the impression of this could be really big. And yeah, you could do it, but somebody else could do it bigger and it could make more of a splash, more impressions, as you just spoke of. Somebody to really take the ball and run with it. That probably would be good. Jim Jones is on the right path, but I don't think that it'll happen getting him, Cam, and Jewels on the same page at this stage in their career. And quite frankly, like you said, I don't know if I want to hear that. Like I just heard some shit from Cam. I just like Jimmy, the only nigga making good music still.
Facts.
Like I don't even know what Jewel sound like. Neither do I care.
No.
And we're the demographic for it. So I'm not sure what that leadership would do to make people want to hear a Dipset album. I think that time has passed. It was a moment. It was big. It was great. We loved it, but it's over for that now. Like people can stop asking for it. We don't need another Dipset album. Leadership.
Yeah. I don't even want to ruin it. First of all, they tried to ruin the legacy with that second Diplomatic Community. They almost fucked up the legacy with that one.
They did.
If the double disc wasn't so strong, we might be looking at shit differently. But no one wants this. I know they dropped something. I think it was like 2018. They dropped a little Diplomatic Ties joint, which was okay. But Jewel's, his voice not the same. I don't know what's going on with his teeth. It's just sound crazy now. He rap with his gums. It's wild. I don't want to hear that. Jimmy, like you said, is the last man standing as it comes to like making a full body of work that would even relatively move the needle on like a small level. I would check for that. If Jones dropped tomorrow, I would listen. If Cam dropped tomorrow, I'm not listening. If Jewels dropped tomorrow, I wouldn't even know about it. So like that moment has passed. Do the reunion. Do the Dipset, the Diplomatic Immunity reunion. You can do that. I'm fucking with that. The tours or the show or one night only. Count me in on that. But I'm here for all of the one night only anniversary shows. Sign me up for like 20 of those. But I'm cool on the new product. I don't need to hear shit new, dude. And you don't have to be forced to do that. We're in a space now where that stuff that you put out that was classic 20 years ago is being revisited and touched on. Like that's legacy shit now. When niggas haven't heard that in a long time, people haven't seen that being performed in a long time. You can just live off that. It's okay. Like hip hop is at an age where you can do that and you don't look crazy. So you don't have to come out with something new. You ain't got to play nothing new at that show, and you can play all old shit. No one will be left unsatisfied, dude. You're not Beyonce. Nobody wants to hear the new shit. Play the old shit. There's nothing wrong with that. Sign me up when they come to the A.
Not to mention the last time we seen you three niggas together, y'all got fucking destroyed.
Yeah,
live in Madison Square Garden by Jadakiss by his damn self, nigga. So I don't know if there's too many labels or leadership that's willing to sign up for that. But like Boy Stop y'all niggas last performance, like a nigga came out there and whooped y'all ass by itself. Niggas, so there is that too, Jim Jones. Don't forget about that, please.
One on three, dude. Nigga dunked on nigga. Nigga had a 1-on-3 and dunked on all three niggas, dude.
Man, I revisit. That's one of the only verses that I revisit. Jadakiss was in his bag, nigga.
Yeah, nah, he was hard.
He
was tough.
Nigga was in Jewel's face when he said niggas go to jail just to get their teeth done. Like nigga was on it. Like that nigga was killing them niggas.
Nigga took his bandana off his head and shit, dude. Like dude,
that nigga Cam brought a beach chair. Nigga, you don't get the fuck out of here. These niggas is finna destroy you, nigga. God, I'm gonna look at that again tonight, actually. Shit. All right, man. Rolling Stone, AB, they dropped a list in the 50th anniversary. You know how they've been doing all year. This one was the greatest rap videos of all time. I'm pulling the list up now, AB. Start telling 150. Wow. Start telling us what you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is all super duper subjective. The number one video, nobody's really going to argue that. It's Missy Elliott, The Rain. I mean, that's an iconic video. I'm not tripping on that.
I'm going to argue that it should have been Tip Drill. That was,
now listen.
Tip Drill should be the number one video of all time.
You make a very strong point with that video for sure.
Listen to me.
Public Enemy Fight the Power was number 2. I did not know Spike Lee directed that. Number 3, Busta Rhymes, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. That's 2 for Hype Williams in the top 3. Beastie Boys Sabotage. That video was hard too. I ain't gonna lie. Outkast B.O.B. Was number 5. Now here's the one that threw me off because I did this on purpose. I scrolled until I saw the video that I thought was going to be at least top 3, and that was, of course, I feel like we've said this 1,000 times. Ice Cube, man. Today it was a good day. F. Gary Gray directed that. It's number 15.
15.
It's 15. A couple of other ones in front of it. Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Parents just don't understand. Kanye, Runaway. Yeah, BIG Hypnotized in '97. I'm not mad at that though. That was a big video. They got Jay-Z's best video as 99 Problems. That was number 8.
It definitely should have been Big Pimp.
Ooh,
Big Pimp should have been there. Where was Nothing But a G Thing? Nothing But a G Thing wasn't on there.
That's crazy. First of all, it has to be on here, but it's 150, which is blowing it. So I gotta see. Oh, here we go. Nothing But a G Thing was number 18.
That's top 10, man.
And Dr. Dre directed that, which is crazy.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
Huh. Number the G Thing and Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, or Gin and Juice. Gin and Juice video, nigga. That do you remember that? Nigga,
yeah,
that shit was hard. Nigga, that was fire. The old like couple and shit at the beginning and shit. That shit was fire.
Mind Playing Tricks on Me was 24.
That is disrespectful.
That's a video.
That video should scare the shit out of me when I was young. That's what introduced me to Scarface. Videos should scare the hell out of me, nigga.
To be fair,
change into that thing.
Big Pimpin' is on here. It's 27.
That's crazy.
I'm not mad at that though. I ain't mad at that.
Top 30. That's cool. Kendrick Lamar, all right, number 6.
That's high. That's high for that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. The Roots, What They Do video was hard. That's number 36. I do like that video. That video was tough.
Roots song. Yeah, that should be kind of her farther up. Yeah, I mean, this is like you said. This is really subjective. DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince parents don't understand. I remember that video.
Yeah, that was popular in the motherfucking.
Yeah, that was good at 12.
I like Stan video though. I don't see Stan. I'm already at 50 and I don't see Stan.
What you think about Juvenile Hobby at 16? That shit was different when that came out. Like I seen that now, like nigga, these niggas is ratchet.
Wait, was it the video or the song?
It was the video. You remember when them niggas was outside with the goals and shit? Like they was all in the projects and Magnolia and all
up against the bricks.
Yeah, that was different for back then. That was before all the that was the origin story of the Chief Keef's no shirts with the straps and shit. It was that hard video right there.
Stan was number 96.
That's crazy. Hotline Bling 21.
Let's go. Drake should have 5 in the top 20 while you bull. God's Plan number 83.
God's Plan should be up further. I ain't gonna lie about that. That was dope.
That's what I'm saying.
If WAP is up, first of all, why is Tip Drill not on here? That's gotta be. That's what I'm strolling through looking for. And WAP is number 23. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's doing too much. Yeah. Tip Drill definitely top 20 at worst.
Easily.
Crossroads number 63.
Crossroads should be on there. Okay, it should be further up. It should definitely be further up.
Let me look and see what
Love 29.
Let me see what the very last one was. 150. Oh, let me see. Curious to see what made Lil Kim, Not to Ladies Night. Okay, yeah, all right, that's fair.
Is that the last one?
Ladies Night? 150. That's fair. Real quick though, before we even go to this next one, there was another list. I just didn't want to spend a whole bunch of time on it. It was the top 50 New York rappers of all time. I forgot. Somebody was it Rolling Stone? It might have been Rolling Stone. No, it was Complex. So. Complex had top 50 New York rappers of all time. Number 50 was Ice Spice.
Throw the whole list away.
I'm going to tell you who.
List away.
I'm going to tell you who didn't make the list.
Fucking list away.
Here's who didn't make the list, and so therefore it means Ice Spice made it over them. AZ, Jewels, Lloyd Banks, Shine, Talib Kweli, Remy Ma. None of them made it. So Ice Spice.
That is disgusting. Somebody said that was short bus rap. I saw that.
Oh man. I ain't even gonna go in like that, but it's just too soon. It's too soon, man. It's too soon.
It says he rap for the kids that sit in the one class all day. Ooh, and that makes so much sense as to why I don't get it.
So Memphis Bleak didn't make it. Is she a better rapper than Memphis Bleak?
No,
I don't
she's
think
not
so.
a better rapper than anyone that you name. Remy, Jewels,
Shine, nigga.
Shine,
AZ,
nigga.
AZ
What's
frying.
Nas' brother name? What's Nas' brother name in rap? That
My
nigga, she
Jungle,
not better than him. Jungle, Cormega,
all them
she ain't
niggas,
better
bro.
than none of them niggas.
Black Rob had whoa.
Every member of Wu-Tang, Black Rob, nigga, every member of Onyx, nigga. I mean, people who you want me to name.
I thought that was interesting, man.
That's
Next up, before we
crazy.
get to these wins and these losses, your man Boosie is on Vlad again. They're doing an interview out of Boosie's new house. It's like the stuff he just had
New
built.
estate. Get
His
it right,
estate.
nigga. Estate.
Yeah, I gotta put some respect
Yeah.
on the land. He's doing an interview in his estate, and he's supposed to be showing it at some point in the video, so that may be interesting, or at some point in the interview. But he was asked about Kodak Black clowning Boosie for selling his Rolls Royce at the same time that he had to post bond. And Boosie's response was, yes, I sold my Rolls Royce to post bond because, nigga, I have 9 cars. So why would I take 300,000 cash when I could just sell one of my 10 cars and get 300,000? He said that's being smart. My question to you is, are you buying Boosie's explanation for selling a Rolls Royce to get out of jail?
Yeah, Boosie a real street nigga. Like, niggas be wondering why street niggas buy the old school cars and they had a jury and shit. When trouble comes, when the cases come, it's a fire sale. Everybody in the streets know it too. Oh, I'm finna see what he want for the crib. Nigga just got locked up. He got indicted. I'm finna see what he want for this whip. I'm gonna see what he want for this chain. Like, that's how it works. That's how niggas, that's one way of parking your money, per se. Like, street niggas ain't going about stock. You're not putting the shit in the fucking bank. Of course, you're gonna lose a little bit on it. So it's not a airtight investment because nigga ain't gonna give you market value price for a car he know you trying to get rid of. But this is an age-old story in the streets, and it just speaks to Kodak Black's disconnect. Like, yeah, he may be a project baby, but it's a totally different generation. Any nigga that's from Boosie's generation knows this. If you know any street nigga that has gotten into legal trouble, you've seen this happen. Like, I've seen niggas, they got a charge, nigga, for sale signs on the cars, niggas selling clothes, shoes, whatever, to go to the lawyer. And not because they broke.
Exactly.
Because like he said, I don't want to spend the money that I got saved, nigga. What if something else happened?
Yep.
Nigga. So, yeah, this is normal. The fact that Boosie had to explain it and Kodak Black didn't get it just shows the disconnect in generation. This is like, because again, this is normal. You ask any street nigga that's seen this, has been around street niggas, like, this is how it happens. Cars go up for sale. Go over to their mama house and nigga ask her how much he want for it, and you can start the negotiations. That's how it happens in the street. So
yeah, the liabilities go first. Cash, no, we holding on tight to that. I don't know if
he said something I like too. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you out, but he said something also that he like. It's better than me asking a nigga for it or a nigga giving something to me. Like, I didn't work this hard. I didn't buy all of this shit. So if something came, I could say, oh, I still got a Rolls Royce outside. Nah, nigga, this shit got to go because I got to take care of these problems.
Yep.
And I don't want no nigga coming to be like, oh, man, here go 500,000 because I fuck with you. What I look like? Nigga, I'm a man.
And he said, I already got it.
Bread. Yeah, I got it. Like, I'm just going to move some shit around. Yep. I can bounce back. And next year when I'm out of trouble, I can buy another one. I can buy the New Year's model. Yep. Like, it ain't. Like, again, if you come from that life and you know what that is, like, this is run-of-the-mill shit. But Kodak Black obviously never ran into this.
I think Kodak went the young nigga, I'm clowning you online because it's funny. And no, that's what you see all the time. You see DJ Academics doing this.
OGs. Yeah, them niggas ain't got no OGs.
Yeah. But again, he might just be trolling. He might just be trolling, bro. He might know how the game go. He might just, because he knows how many people don't know that. There's a lot of people that don't get the logic that you just laid out. They didn't know that. So he may just be trolling and playing up on, it looks like he sold it because he's broke.
Yeah.
And he has to start liquidating.
This for the internet. Okay.
That's the internet. That's internet nigga shit.
The niggas is going to take this and run with it. They do the blogs, they do the YouTubes and all of that shit. This for them.
Bingo. They don't know the difference. They're not outside.
Play into them. Yeah, that makes sense.
They not outside. Real quick though, Boosie, it was something I thought was funny. He said R. Kelly would smoke Michael Jackson in the verses.
He low-key right though. It
What?
ain't a nigga on earth that could be more good R. Kelly in the verses, bro. R. Kelly in a verses, nigga?
Nigga, Michael
Come
fucking
on,
Jack. What are you
bro.
talking about? The king of pop? Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, nigga? What are you?
Yes, nigga. R.
Oh,
Kelly, nigga.
yes.
It's just taboo to say, but nigga, no nigga on the planet, like the
Yeah, no
planet,
nigga
the whole
alive.
planet of Earth, the whole planet of Earth, nigga, dead, alive, whatever catalog you want to bring to it, nigga. If they stepping in the versus stage with R. Kelly is winning. Like it's
Nah.
just like with the written songs and the shit that he got and produce. Like, come on, bro.
You
Know,
got you got
it
Michael
just ain't
Jackson
cool to say.
completely
It
fucked
just ain't
up.
cool to say.
He's not getting smoked. No one is smoking Michael Jackson. Let's be
R.
very
Kelly's
clear.
gonna win. Okay, I didn't hear the smoke part, but R. Kelly's definitely gonna win. It ain't no nigga gonna like. Can't nobody beat R. Kelly in a verse.
I think Michael Jackson got too many timeless songs that he can't beat though. I think he can't beat the big records, bro. That's the thing. R. Kelly's catalog is deep.
I mean, what he gonna play
not,
like bad? Probably unbeatable. Beat It,
Thriller, Human
Thriller.
Nature. He got some unbeatable songs. What's unbeatable? I Believe I Can Fly. Like when the last time you listened to that?
Hey, that's one of them. I don't listen to it, but hey, you can't beat that in no verses, nigga. I Believe I Can Fly.
You gonna play Feel It On Your Booty, nigga, like, against motherfucking against the Human Nature? Listen, like, come on.
I Believe I Can Fly so bad that shit still get off with the allegations. Niggas would still play that. Like, no, like, nigga, come on now. And maybe you might be right. R. Kelly probably got more like B-side catalog.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, now that I'm thinking about it.
Like I
don't know. It'll be close though. It'll be like it's a one-score game. It ain't like nigga getting smoked.
Yeah, man. That whole Thriller is like 100 times platinum, dude. These are iconic songs, dude. For 40 years, dude. Like what? You gonna play Ignition remix, nigga? Like, yes, that's banging, but like, let's be honest, dude. Like, no, the fuck. No, I'm not trying to be rude. Like, what?
What's R. Kelly most unbeatable shit? Probably I Believe I Can Fly.
It's got to be I Believe I Can Fly. Or like
what Michael Jackson playing with down low? Come on, bro.
I mean, that's banging, though.
Smoke
off the wall, frying come on. Off the wall, frying that.
And that'll be the craziest verses ever, nigga. R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, nigga.
That's crazy.
How's your kids, nigga? How's your wife?
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
That's funny as hell. I need y'all let us know in the comments, man. Michael Jackson or R. Kelly, who winning in the verses, man?
Boy, that's funny. I can't wait till they respond to that, man. All right, man. Before we get out of here, AB, we do have some wins and some losses. First one to our man Busta Rhymes. Is it a win or a loss that he skipped his son's high school graduation to go perform with Chris Brown?
Hey man, this was around the time where Chris Brown had that "You See Me Now, Look at Me Now," and Busta Rhymes needed that hit. Oh my God, he needed that. So I'm not mad at him. He got emotional and everything talking about this because he said he regrets it.
Probably still hot at him.
Yeah. He said his song was hot at the time. He probably still is, honestly. But he said he's in more of a happy place because everything worked out and all in hindsight. But still, you can't get that time back. So you could try to make up for that all you want to. But that's eating at him, and you could tell when he was kind of talking about it.
Thanks. His son probably know that. Yeah, as someone, it's two men here who grown up without their dads in their life. You don't really never forget that shit. So
yeah, that's a fact.
The nigga could have been there, and he wasn't. Like that probably still sit with him today at his big age. So yeah, that's an L. That's definitely an L, man. Buster, you got to do better than that. But he did need that though.
He needed that right there, man. Late 2000s.
Sure son wanted a car for graduation or something too, nigga. That Chris Brown feature what got that shit rolling, nigga. That's the reason
you got to buy that Boosie Rolls, nigga. You got to buy that Boosie Rolls.
Yeah, facts. All right, win or loss. 50 says Lil Wayne is the artist he wants to collaborate with the most that hasn't happened yet. Is that a W or L?
Man, this would have been a W. And can you picture the 04, 05 version of this?
Man, Wayne song?
That motherfucker would have went crazy.
Broke. Yeah.
2023 though? Nah, I'm good. I'm a whole lot.
I listened to it. If Wayne new album had featuring 50 Cent, I'd listen to it.
Like, but the 50 version gonna be some slaw though.
That's true.
It's gonna be some slaw. Wayne still can rap at a high level. 100%. 50 is done. It's a dub. Sold with.
How did 50 fall off like that?
That's somebody told me
things.
Somebody hit me with something the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hate on this, but it was
Mm-hmm.
slick a point.
Mm-hmm.
They said if you look at Ja Rule's discography,
Oh, stop.
Ja Rule's discography is better than 50's discography, and they're not lying because he got 2 good albums, bro. And that's it. He got 2 good albums. After that Massacre, nigga was a
Ja Rule only got 2 good albums.
Nah, no, he don't. That's not true.
That what came
Rule,
out for Massacre? Where the nigga
Rule
was on there with the robot arms.
Curtis.
What's that? Curtis?
Terrible.
That's better than Ja Rule third best album.
No, it's not. I promise
What's
you.
Ja Rule third best album?
Pain is Love.
Blood in My Eye.
3-3. Pain is Love is trash. Rule 336. RULE. Pain is Love, and the first one at Vinny Vinny Vici. All those go hard. And I'm that Blood in My Eye is trash.
That Curtis might be better than that Vinny Vinny Vici.
Ain't no way.
It might be, man. That Curtis slept on. He had a hit on there. One of my favorite 50 songs is on that Curtis. I can't remember what it was.
Ayo Technology, nigga. That bullshit. That song was some slaw.
It wasn't that shit. I don't know what it was, but it definitely wasn't that. I had to look it up. One of my favorite 50 songs is on that, though. I can't remember what the fuck it is. I'll tell you.
Who is a dream? Who is a collab with 2 artists that never worked together? That's the first thing I thought of when I saw him mention that you would want to hear.
I still want to hear 2 Chainz and Jay-Z.
No,
2 Chainz been begging. 2 Chainz been begging for that feature for 10 years, man. I want to hear that.
He can get that up. He can let that go.
2 Chainz can rap. Stop, bro. What would you hate on about that? That 2 Chainz and Jay-Z would be banging.
Maybe
that new 2 Chainz with the slow samples that we talking about that he was gonna get. You get Hove on one of them. Come on, bro. Take you back to Blueprint days.
I don't know. Give me Drake and Childish Gambino. Hard. Don't even worry about it.
Nobody want to hear that sleeper.
Hard.
Straight R&B. It's gonna be like some mushy ass Marvin's Room shit. Like I want to hear some
hit. Marvin's Room is a smash. Nigga, what are you talking about?
You know what I wish would happen? My rap wish for 20, whatever this year is, before this year is out, I wish that niggas start jacking beats again. And for the life of me, if a rapper would please get on that Peaches and Eggplant pause beat.
Jesus.
Like them niggas wasted 21 Savage and Nudie, the song is banging, but them niggas wasted everybody time on it. It need to be a nigga rapping his ass off on that. Yeah. And that's the first person that I thought about was Lil Man. That beat is banging.
Yeah, Wayne was slaughtered.
Jesus.
That's a fact.
Please somebody jack that beat and do it some justice, man. Because 21 Savage and Young Nudie wasn't talking about nothing.
21 Savage's verse was okay. His verse was okay.
I mean, it was, but like just the whole premise of the song for me at my age, like I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck about like none of this. I don't even
want to say the name of it, dude.
Like, I don't even feel comfortable pronouncing it. I just like listening to that beat. That beat is fire. I really wish like a J. Cole, a Benny the Butcher, a fucking Lil Wayne, like just somebody would go on there and just demolish that fucking beat because that shit is banging. But moving on. Last winner or loss before we get out of here. Your man is Tory Lanez. He's sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Meg allegedly. Yeah. It ain't got to be allegedly now. It's pretty much proven. The nigga doing jail time for it. Is this a winner or loss?
Yeah, big L. He was facing 13.
This is what you said, 9 last week.
I said 9. That was my guess. He went 10. He's not gonna do the full 10. We all know that.
He get out about 6.
4
to 6 is what he gonna do.
And he'll probably get deported after that. I'm assuming.
Dang.
Back to Toronto. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just Canada.
But yeah, that's a big L.
It's big L. This is an L. He probably do, like you said, 4 to 6 years, do some programs, some 2-for-1 days, go to a different facility.
One day we'll know what really happened. One day.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean?
One day we will know the details of it. I ain't even going to be one of those people either that say this is too harsh. Like he asked for all of this, man. Like he could have got out of this shit a long time ago.
I agree.
But he was adamant about what he believed in and what he stood on. So, I mean, hey, that's on him.
When he went religious and then he brought his son out that nobody knew he had, I knew it was a wrap.
It was over.
I said that's a PR. These are PR plays. You start doing that shit, it's over with.
OV.
On Decker of the Week, man. Shout out to our newest subscriber on YouTube, Drew Young. What's happening, Mr. Young? Glad you could join us. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Salute to everybody on YouTube subscribing.
Appreciate you joining us, brother. Give us a put on for the week.
Man, I
AB
just got through binge watching this show. Have you watched Project Greenlight on HBO?
with Issa Rae.
Yeah,
Not, I ain't watched the new ones. I'm familiar with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon used to do.
yeah. Where they pick a
That's good.
director, they give them a budget, make a movie, but
Yeah,
they film the process of the movie being made.
yeah.
Flames. If you're into that
Really?
type of thing, it is
Huh.
complete flames. I watched the Issa Rae one because her
I was
production
kind of
team is
skeptical
behind it.
because
It gives a really
yeah,
good. It gives a. They picked the winner in the first episode, so there's like. So if you don't want to know who win, don't watch the trailer. But they picked the winner at the end of the first episode, and then they go through them making the movie. They got to make it in like 8 weeks. The picking the actors, nigga, picking the people that do the different roles and shit. It's really insightful, and there's really good grown man conversations in there, intense situations where people have to communicate without pissing the other person off or getting emotional. And so it's really high level conversations. So that's why I fucked with it. It's really good TV. And plus, this latest episode with Issa Rae is a lot of black people in it. So it related to me too. So that was cool to
is
see.
is it like I seen the Indian dude from
Yep.
what is that on? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, he on a bunch
Silicon
of
Valley.
Yeah.
So is it like split up between those three? And is it like three separate entities?
They're the
Like
mentors.
Yeah.
It's three mentors. Him, Issa Rae, and then gal who directed Love and Basketball and Woman King. They're the mentor to whoever wins the contest. So they call on them to get tips and shit throughout the process.
A white woman did Love and Basketball?
No, it's a black lady.
Oh, I thought she was white. I was
That'd
say,
be
what?
That'd
My
be,
mind would have been blown.
that would have been crazy.
I was gonna say, nigga, what?
No, it's a black lady. So it's dope, man. I enjoyed it. I watched it. I binge watched that pretty quickly. And I'm started on the last season before with Ben Affleck now.
Yeah, him and Matt Damon used to cook on there.
Yeah, I believe it.
Really good, yeah. My put on is Billions. Billions is back. If you don't know, Showtime has merged with Paramount Plus. So there is no Showtime app. You would have to look at it on Paramount Plus. But Billions is back. They had a pretty decent season last season. It was really good. This is the last season. Axe is back. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I can't wait. Tapped into that. Gonna watch watch the episode tonight.
I fell off on Billions during the quarantine or during pandemic when they split the season. I just left and never came back, and not for nothing specifically. I just never came back, and then I got.
That was bullshit. That was bullshit during that time because they couldn't shoot in the same places, the quarantine shit. But yeah, they bounced back last season. Like you're a Billions fan, you would appreciate last season. They was cooking.
I might check it out, man. Guys, we appreciate y'all checking out another episode of the On Deck TV Show. Go to youtube.com/On Deck TV Show, and please let everyone know that Michael Jackson would wash R. Kelly in the verses. Please.
It'll be close. We out.
Yes, sir.